Hi everyone, welcome back. This is CC Cycle 1. We are working on week 12 right now, which is the halfway mark for the entire year. So well done all you parents and kiddos who worked so hard learning all that we have. And now we get to take a break for Christmas. Hence my reindeer antlers and my bell that will come later. Today, for week 12, we are learning about teaspoons and tablespoons for math. 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon, and 2 tablespoons equals 1 fluid ounce. Okay, so the tune that we sing this to is I'm a Little Teapot, and it sounds like this. Teaspoons and tablespoons, 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons equals 1 fluid ounce. Teaspoons and tablespoons. And that's the tune. Teaspoons and tablespoons, 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons equals 1 fluid ounce. Teaspoons and tablespoons. For English, we are on prepositions. Again, this is our final week of prepositions, and they are with, within, and without, kind of like jazz hands. And that wraps up all of our prepositions. So you can go through all the prepositions we've learned for the last 12 weeks and put them together, maybe in a slower version of our song, and see how well we remember all the prepositions. There are some cheat sheets. I will link one below that has printouts with all the motions that you can refer to as you're practicing at home, all these motions, and I will link that on this video so everybody has that cheat sheet to view when you're going through all of the prepositions. Next, we have history, and for history, we are learning about the Muslim Empire. So the Muslim Empire is here, and I'm going to go ahead and point out the different locations. Our first location is Mecca, which is right down here in the Arabian Desert. Then right above that is Medina. Then we have Baghdad and Damascus over here with the blue circle. And then all the way over here is Tur. And then the yellow area here is Syria. And those are all of our locations for the Muslim Empire. And what we did today was just went through and identified all the locations and put different colors on this map. I will also link this map. Actually, I'll tell you now, Sandra Homemaker on CC Connected. These are great maps. They also can be found on the Sandbox on CC Connected under geography for week 12, or any of the weeks actually. These maps have been great to use. But in class, we just identified all the parts and then we sang them to a tune of Prince Ali, and it sounds like this, also from CC Connected. So it is the Muslim Empire, Mecca, Medina, Baghdad, Damascus, Tur, Syria. The Muslim Empire, Mecca, Medina, Baghdad, Damascus, Tur, Syria, Muslim Empire. And that is how we learned our geography. All right, for Latin, we took out our silly voice cards again and took turns picking a random silly card and then reviewing the 5th declension noun endings with whatever silly voice was chosen. So we did it like a mouse. That's awesome. And we did it like our favorite animal. That's great, honey. So we did it like a mouse. We did it like our favorite animal. And we went through them with those sounds. And just as a reminder, our 5th declension noun endings for the singular are ace, a-e-a-m-a, and for plural, it's ace, aram, abis, ace, ibis. And that is our singular and plural 5th declension noun endings. For timeline, we have a G for Genghis Khan. And we put our hand up here for rules the Mongols. Then we have England's, go like this for England, England's Magna Carta, which just means Great Charter. So for great, we go like this. So Magna, and then Carta. We do the same thing that we do for the letter of the law for Babylon, but instead of an L, we make a C. So England's Magna Carta. Then we have Ottoman Empire. We make an O for Ottoman, and then we make that O into the shape of Turkey. So it's kind of like a rectangle, and so that is Turkey, or Ottoman Empire. And then for Marco Polo's Journey to China, we do Marco Polo's Journey to China. Again, for China, we are doing this to mark where the buttons are on traditional Chinese jackets. And so we have Marco Polo's Journey to China, then the 100 Years' War, and Black Death. And C stands for century, which is 100 years. So the 100 Years' War and Black Death, symbolizing death. Then we have the Renaissance. So you take your hand from your stomach and you bring it onto this hand like you're having a baby, which is what the Renaissance is. It symbolizes new birth. So we do this for the sign for Renaissance. And then we have the last one is China's Ming Dynasty. So we do the sign for China, and then we build up and up and up with our hands, and that is to show how the Ming Dynasty was actually a really big part of the building of the Great Wall of China. And so that's why we do this for China's Ming Dynasty. That's all of our timeline for today. And for history, we're learning about the Muslim Empire as well. So I first read through telling about the Muslim Empire, and then as we listened to the song, I used our history map. I also drew this map, a simpler version of this map, on our board this week. And as we went through the song, I just pointed to the different areas that we were talking about, and that is how we covered our history song. So also up on the board, I had a drawing of some of the more famous buildings that are in Mecca, the rounded top buildings. And I got that picture from the CC app. So if you want to review it that way at home, you can also use the CC app, or just look at pictures of Mecca online. This is how we covered that. So it's in 622, Islam was founded. In the in 622, Islam was founded in the Arabian Peninsula. So as we reviewed that, I was just circling around the Arabian Peninsula by Muhammad, who worshipped Allah. Mecca, and we pointed to Mecca. Mecca is the holy city of Islam. And then during the 1400s, the Ottoman Turks. So we had already covered our timeline. So for Ottoman, we were aware of doing the O. So the Ottoman Turks, and we just did the Ottoman Turk, made the sign of Turkey, or the outline of Turkey, expanded the Muslim Empire. And for that, up on the board, I had some highlights of where that expansion was, and basically it covered around the Black Sea, that whole area, so it kind of moved further north. And so we pointed to that section of the map when we sang about how the Ottoman Turks expanded the Muslim Empire. And that's how we covered history today. And last but not least, we have science. And for science, we are learning what are some plant systems. And so since this is our last week before Christmas, I brought in some jingle bells that all the kids had. And we did this song to the tune of We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So what are some plant systems? Some plant systems are photosynthesis, respiration, and transpiration. And the tune sounds like this. What are some plant systems? Some plant systems are photosynthesis, respiration, and transpiration. What are some plant systems? Some plant systems are photosynthesis, respiration, and transpiration. And that is how we covered science today. Great job, everyone. I hope this video is helpful with some fun memory work ideas. If you don't have bells at home, you can clap that out, or you can just sing it to that tune. The bells were just a fun addition. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon.